Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P Fong, thinking right out here in my lab. And yeah, I'm in the book. It's meditation time. Let's do what we do. Remember, meditation is all internal work. So understand it. It ain't the physical, it's internal. Let's go. It's all mental. Right thinkers, rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories. For life, I give life lessons. You tuning in and receiving them, I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see where we're going with this? So let's get it together and I ask the question, do you know you? You will when I get through. If you pay attention and do like I tell you, it's rhetorical, but if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, so you can teach them. That's why I do what I do. For you, I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you, right thinkers? Know thyself and two. Mayat be true. Yeah, I'm in the book. Let me show you a quick diagram. We gotta have a few schematics here. So it's gonna be like a show and tell lesson. Let's start with this one. Usually you see the circle. The circle represents God, everything in it. This time you see the circle, you see it said the senses in the physical body. This is your body. What's going on with meditation is all internal. The 3 states of consciousness, like the lollipop. How many licks it take to get to the center to find thyself? Okay, 3. Okay, states of consciousness. All right, let me break that down for you. Hope you get understanding. And every page, I'm going to give you a schematic and break down for you. So it's going to be fun. Let's go. Let's start with this one. It starts with the senses in the body, the outer ring. That means it's outside the physical body. What's going on now with the conscious mind, the subconscious, and the unconscious is internal. 3 states, okay? I just showed you a 2-dimensional diagram schematic drawing of what we call the human mind and its relationship to the self or the soul. Console. All right. Most people look at their bodies, their thoughts and feelings and say, this is me. But in reality, a human being, listen, is in reality a complex organism composed of what we call conscious minds. You have a conscious mind, you have a subconscious mind, and you even have an unconscious mind. Hold on. Yeah, sorry about that. But again, in reality, human beings are a complex organism, and we're composed of what we call conscious mind, subconscious mind, and an unconscious mind. These form your personality or the person that you have come to know as you. This is me, with your particular tastes, family associations, religious and social affiliations, etc. We all doing it. But the underlying, all of this is what we call universal consciousness, which is God, which is like an ocean. And on the surface of this ocean is what our individual personalities, and supporting it as the ocean of what? Consciousness. So the self, that thing in the middle right here I showed you, okay, the project of spiritual life and meditative practice is to go deep into that so-called ocean in yourself, into this ocean, and what? By controlling your mind, your emotions, your thoughts, and your desires, etc., through the various practices of yoga practices that we set forth, the 5 categories. I'm taking you to the next one. We're going to teach you about integral yoga practice, meaning using them all intricately. All right, but the whole deal is to practice what? To control one's mind. That's the idea. And there's three phases you go through. 3 conscious phases. Now we're going to go over here to the individual soul. Remember, the original soul, and you see little pointing arrows right here. This is showing you that the ultimate God, right here, the original soul spirit, right here, the dot, he gives individuals their own body structure to do, to be. And once you come out here in the physical world, spiritual beings have your human experience to what? Know thyself. You can go back home to the dot, to the creator, the source, that they call it, whatever you want to call God. That's the concept. I'm going to break this down for you. The dot is what we call the supreme self, the spirit, universal soul. That's the spark that's in everything. Again, God. The universal soul is what? The source of all individual souls. They all come from one person. Everything comes from the one. Okay, here we go. The individual soul, I just showed you 4 different ones. And God gives everything and loses everything and don't lose or gain nothing. You bad man. The distraction of the soul in the physical world of human experiences leads to what? Mental impressions, which are based on your external reality in the physical world. And it's all based on ignorance of what? The truth, your higher self in reality. We believe that this is it. I use my man as an example. He wasn't spiritually enlightened at all. No. So everything for him was here and now. He lived in the material world. And at the end, all of it stayed here. He didn't take none of it with him. I witnessed that. But these impressions would lead the mind to experience what? Earthly desires, negative thoughts, and bad aspirations, which lead humans to what? Experience what? More desires, more distractions, desires born of ignorance will what? Cannot be satisfied. Your ego cannot be satisfied. It'll never be happy. So if you're serving it, you're serving an endless pot that won't ever be full. Got a hole in it. Moving on philosophically. But it will never be satisfied through the mind and the senses, meaning the body, because these are limited and the experiences are fleeting, meaning whatever you get now, it won't last long. Okay? Only thing that lasts is what's internal. No matter how long it lasts, they last with the last during what? A person's life, but they are only transit experience, fleeting, and never really satisfying or fulfilling, since your desires of the flesh, of the mind, and your body is all based on ignorance. Again, material things are ignorant and can never be fulfilled. Your soul is now led to have experiences where repeatedly situations of what? Frustrations and mental unrest, and further pushes them away from what? Their inner peace, what you're striving to have of the self within. When you're doing negative, bad things, God don't respect that. You, the individual, so your individual soul of every human being is really in reality what? Seeking to discover what is wholeness, meaning back home, know itself to be what? One with God the Father and to unite with him. That's the goal of the spirit, the soul. And we call it Hotep, peace, supreme peace. But it's done by the supreme good. You have to deliver it. It's the true nature of what we call universal soul, God. And where is it? Within. Once you realize that, you won't, oh God, no, you know the deal. So you see things a little different now. Okay? However, because the ignorant spend their life searching what? To fulfill what? Their physical desires, their pleasures of the what? And that leads their mind into what? countless situations in this physical realm of human experiences, watch this, which in turn leads them to what? More experiences of this endless cycle, which continues even after death of the physical body, and it causes the soul to what? Return to what? Another human body form, which again and again in what is constant futile effort to what? Satisfy the desires of the flesh based on ignorance. Ignorance means not knowing your higher self, not knowing that you're God. So when you're ignorant of that, you think this is it. And the body, just a one-shot deal. I got to get all I can when I can. I'll be the first to tell you. Moving on. Take it or leave it. These teachings, I give life lessons. Just saying, I'm fabricating. This is real true. Okay, I be telling you that. But these teachings of what we call the cycles of birth and death, which the individual soul experiences in human form until what it realizes and known as the doctrines of, you ready? Karma, aka reincarnation, meaning you get what you deserve. You reap what you sow. If what you sow is another shot at coming here because you didn't get it right, that's your job. You did that. Ain't nobody's problem but yours. Take responsibility for that. Why? At Judgment Day, that's what they're going to want to know. How'd you live? Don't care about your position. Care too less about your title or your religion. Your faith means nothing. Okay, if your faith led you to live right, that's the best part it can do for you. And that's the goal for all religions. I know that. For those who follow, that's the result. That's the reward you get. I know that too. The next phase, we're doing good. Another page. Another schematic. You see, last time I showed you schematic, the body, the physical body was on the outside, so everything is internal. Now everything is internal. Why? Your thoughts, your desires, and your ignorance is all internal. And still, look, the self is still there. The self don't move. The self don't do nothing until what? You get to it. Get to that part. What? The good part. Okay, my man said about the banana. My parents got a story. You eat the banana and you're eating the peel, it don't taste too good. But when you get past that peel and get to the banana, oh, now you got something. So that's the idea, little knowledge here. But I just showed you a two-dimensional schematic drawing of what we call human existence internally. You see, it's all in caps inside. The self assumes, watch this, your soul assumes the role of every individual, which what? Led by what? The ego, which is ignorant of itself. It edged God out, so it's on its own. So every individual soul, and through the veil of ignorance, aka the ego self, experiences pleasures, desires, thoughts, and life as a what? Individual being. Doing that, you love material stuff. You love stuff. You love, yeah. But in the end, when all the stuff is gone, what you got? Nothing. That's what happens, and that's the name of the game. And to be human means you're going to die. Spiritually enlightened means you know who you are. That's the difference. Now let's get to the next one. Oh, here's a good one. In order for you to transcend, to reach your transcendental self, your higher self, transcending your mind and your body has to be done. They got to go together. George said, free the mind, the answer follow. This is the phase. This is God, the ultimate spirit. This is the casual body. This is the astral body. This is the physical body. And this what comes with the physical body. Let's talk about this right quick, break it down in order for you to understand. Then I'm going to get to the fettered mind. This is good stuff. This is all mental. It's how you think. Let me go. I'm teaching now. I'm rolling. All right. I just showed you the 3 levels, which is the waking state, the subconscious, and the unconscious. You deal with the waking state first. That's us right now. And it's led by what? Our ego. We identify with I, me. That's the ego. Once you realize it's something other than your ego self, now you're starting to wake up, because the ego self only concerns itself with desires of the flesh. Excuse me. Sorry about that. But this is the waking state. It finds what? Desires of the flesh. It gets angry when it ain't satisfied. It shows hatred toward people because it's greedy and it's jealous. All those are qualities of what? Your lower self. That's the physical body consciousness. And the soul is a prisoner of its what? Own ignorance. The I, the ego, that's the prison. In this condition, it is fettered, again, full of errors, with the chains of ignorance to its own existence, where it has no control over its fate in life. The purpose of each virtue, righteous concept, is to remove one's fetter. That means to better yourself above what? Your ego self. I'm going to cut the lesson short right now because I got some things to do, but I'll be right back with the next fettered mind against the spiritual supreme self, the purified mind against the fettered mind. I'll be right back. In closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I never know that my right thinkers have passed away. Get to learn how to use this thing called the mind. I'm going to help you do that. I'll be right back.